Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6. It is round 7. We are at Kyalami. It's proudly brought to you by the good people at Simblacks, Crosscut Woodworks, True to Life Racing Designs, Crossy 43, and of course Hendo. And as always, Matchfit Entertainment bringing you this live broadcast again tonight. That means myself, Davo, and J-Man are on the mics. J-Man, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Evening, Davo. Evening, viewers. Yeah, great, mate. Thanks for asking. Hope you're well as well, pal. Looking forward to this one here, as you mentioned, round 7, Kyalami. Looking forward to this 4.5 kilometre racetrack, all 16 turns. Both, I think you and I both agree, this is a fantastic racetrack. Yourself seen a little bit of success here recently. Dropped the mic for a couple of nights and got out there and pedalled a 70s Alpha, I believe. So
I did. Yes, I did get behind the wheel. It's pretty rare these days, but yeah, good fun night with the ASO boys over there for the Master Series. So good fun stuff. Great track, J-Man. Here,
yeah,
Kyalami.
and a solid looking field tonight too. Once again here at Rainlight Racing, they always turn up a great field with quality drivers. So yeah, 24 cars will make up the grid here for this race here tonight. And just about to embark on the first phase of qualifying, as per usual here at Rainlight Racing. This qualifying is broken into 2 sessions.
As per usual, J-Man, no matter the format of the racing, but yeah, so quick fire. Well, basically it's half an hour session, but yeah, split into 2, 15 minutes each. Pro-Ams and Ams out first, and then the Pro Boys finishing it off. J-Man, we gotta thank Simblacks just quickly for getting on board with the Rainlight guys here, mate, and they've got some special stuff going on. Obviously, $50 giveaways. First to mention is the $50 giveaways at the end of every race night. We spin the wheel, J-Man. We love it. It's totally random, so anybody could win a $50 Visa Prezi card at the end of each race night. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the year, they will be spinning the wheel again, random giveaway. If you've completed in 80% of the series, they are going to give away, thanks to Simblacks again, a SimMagic GT Neo wheel. Now that is special stuff, guys. Definitely, no wonder these guys get good numbers. J-Man, plenty to play for, and all random stuff. You don't have to be one of the fast guys to win these prizes. It's up for grabs for anyone, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, great to see. And I mean, the face of sim racing in the modern era is changing, and hence we're seeing this sort of stuff going on. I think it's fantastic. I think the team here have done a great job putting the series together with their partners, yourself and the like included. So
yes,
yeah, pretty cool stuff. And look, the cars are out there cycling up at the moment. The usual suspects out there in this first phase of the qualifying, mate. There's a little bit to unpack around this Pro-Am title at the moment, and we will touch base once the qualifying is done a little bit more on the points. But in particular, I see you. Are you tuned into Mr. Spence?
Tony Spence, J-Man.
Took a little fall. Took a little fall in the series standings after missing a round last week, or sorry, DNF anyway. I think it went incredibly wrong there at some point, so he really took a hit. He's had a stronghold a little bit on this Pro-Am title hunt up to date for at least half the series. So it certainly put his competitors well in touch now. And as I mentioned, we will touch base on that. But out there at the moment, one of the cars you're looking at also, Gunther Rowe. So the 3 names at the top of the totem right now, Tony Spence, Mitchie Haas, Gunther Rowe, they are the 3 podium title contenders for this Pro-Am category at the moment. Just past the midway point of the season, heading towards the home stretch. This is going to be a fight that's going to go right down to the very end with these guys, and these guys will trade some pretty fantastic times at the inception of this qualifying. We've seen this time and time again, week in, week out.
We have, yeah.
Mitchie Haas mixing it amongst the pros. Gunther Rowe also banking times that we'll see him. I just want to pick up and see if that was a track cut for Gunther. No, it wasn't.
No,
so
it's not.
Track limits, allowed there. However, it would have bled a bit of time. The car was proper sideways, but also you picked up on Mitchie Haas. So these guys, don't be at all surprised if you see any of those three names go and post a time that will well and truly see them amongst some good company off the start of this grid.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, man, we've seen it week in, week out, haven't we? Throughout season 6, where these Pro-Am guys punching above their weight, really, and hitting some really good times in their session in the qualifying, and keeping their cars in the top 10, but not only in the top 10 in qualifying, but, you know, delivering in the race, you know, like, so.
Yeah, 100%. And big shout out, Louis Van der Venter. Sorry, mate, I did see you tune in earlier. Always nice to see you tuning in. And yeah, did realise it was your home track, mate. So it should be a big one tonight. Also, Nick Firth and Matt Dayton having the time while they're just waiting for their turn out here on the track for qualifying, just to tune in. Both rearing to go. And yeah, as you mentioned, Firthy in the chat there, plenty of names to throw their name in the hat tonight for a victory or a podium. And then once again, second week in a row, current series leader
Gunther,
AK Maverick, not featuring here tonight.
No.
So
no.
Big swings in the championship at the moment.
No, definitely big swings in the championship, and we will touch on that after qualifying, J-Man. But yeah, very tight throughout that, pretty well top 10. So yeah, worthy of a little bit of a chat later on. We got cameras on Spence, who is not looking good on his Delta, but sitting in second provisionally. So nice work for Spence. Phil Davison in one of the 777 ASR and Z cars, holding down provisional 6th. But Haas in the V car, the number 66 V sponsored McLaren, not on a hot lap here at the moment. Just coming through that final sector there, tricky little series of corners there, J-Man. But I think he's just trying to find himself a little bit of space on track there.
Yeah, I did see that earlier as well. I think I saw Gunther actually roll out of a lap as well, and look to, you know, reset and try and make another run at it. You know, clear vision's always good. I know, you know, personally, you know, in a former life when I actually used to drive these things, you know, on sim, I used to like my own space in qualifying. Some guys don't mind chasing, they don't mind the carrot in front. Some guys don't mind a bit of pressure behind, but personally I always favoured just having clear vision front and back. So Gunther looking for that option a little bit earlier. He's done a great job on a 41.1. We obviously saw some times as low as a 40.2. I think I saw an official practice, and then I think the next closest I think was like a 40.5 or somewhere of the like. So a 41.1 is a very, very good time. Tony Spence got some numbers heading towards, as he just trying to work out where he is. Okay, so he's just coming down to the final corner
to the final corner now.
And it looked like if he can carry this number, this will see him go to the top. It's going to be perilously close to Gunther Rowe's time. It's actually going to be better.
No, he's going to get this.
40.8. It's a very, very quick time.
Haas also on a pretty handy time as well, a J-Man, which could see him down, I think, up into third. No, it won't, actually. You'll need more than that. So he needs a good 7/10 or so. So a little bit of a gap between him and Goddard there. Rowe looking to better his time.
Just come through some Sunset just up into Barbecue now. He's going to drop down out of here, down through the S's, and then climb back up the hill to what is called Clubhouse Bend.
And the Mustangs really showing some good form, aren't they, J-Man? Definitely when they're in the right hands.
Good delta there from Gunther Rowe coming up.
Look, absolutely.
To Lukop and then heading down the mine shaft. He's carried on with it.
And he needs every little bit of that, doesn't he, J-Man? He's up about 4/10 at the moment. He needs at least 2.
He dumped about a 10th there.
A little bit of a wriggle at the bottom of the mine shaft there, and coming out of that right-hander down into the final corner now. He's up again, James.
Yeah, this would be well enough. He was very tidy down through Ingwe, the final turn through Cheetah and Ingwe. He was very, very tidy.
And goes to the top of the list again.
40.6, boys. So you pros tuning in, got a bit of a job to do as we head towards the mid-40s.
Yeah, nice work from Rowe there. He has been in a sweet patch of form, hasn't he, J-Man, over the last 3 weeks or so.
Haas coming through Cheetah now, very, very wide, but still carrying a good couple of tenths. Can he carry it on? 10th and a half. What will this do?
Oh, it got him close to Goddard. What are these boys got? 4 minutes left, J-Man, in this first phase of qualifying.
Now, Turbot, Kramer and Worcester, that's significant there. You can see, well, not so much Worcester because he's driving out of the Pro-Am category, but certainly Turbot and Kramer and Davidson also. So that's going to be a topic of conversation that, for the AM title chase, because currently Mark Turbot's leading that over Kramer. But there's not a lot of points in between them, so this will be significant tonight. There'll be a chance for one or the other to really start putting a stomp on this. That sausage good. Killer salami. I like the reference.
It's the Kyalami salami, on the second and final corner. There is other superlatives for it as well, but this is PG programming here, so we'll just we'll keep that to ourselves. Haas on a good time, J-Man, looking to put that V-Power 66 McLaren in that top 3.
Yeah, definitely potential for. Yeah, I just saw the numbers were good as he come down the mine shaft. It's backed away a little bit now.
It has.
But it'll be enough to grab Goddard.
Oh, he's gained in the last corner there again, J-Man. This could actually, this could, with the right numbers, there it is. He's
21-1.
Third provisionally, just step from one side of the grid to the other on the second row there, J-Man. But all the same, it all counts.
Yeah, just over 2 minutes to go. Ben Goebel up on his time at the moment, whereas he's just come. Okay, he's just come out of Barbecue.
Yeah, first stage, first sector.
Now.
Yep.
Heading up to Clubhouse. Great corner, this right-hander. Really, really big. Should have picked up the throttle early in the apex and let the car float out wide and get it back again.
It's quite a technical track, this, isn't it, J-Man? There's some nicely cambered corners, and then there's quite a lot of off-cambered corners as well. So it's it really does keep you thinking. You never really have a good straight moment in the track to take a break because the corners are just so close together. Very good, nice track to drive. Doesn't matter what you're driving, pretty well.
1.2 seconds. Where's this going to put Ben?
Rowe up on his time as well. Just making the most of that last minute or so. Goddard also up on his delta. I don't think he'll make a gain on Haas, but still working it. Like I said, Rowe working it, and Goebel running down into the final corner here. That's a good chunk. That might put him in front of Davison. Yes, maybe. Yes, it has.
No, Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
has.
so it's put him in front of Nightingale and Davison.
Yeah, it's a good jump for Ben. Good stuff.
And gets to run around for another lap.
He's got one more in it.
If he wishes. Goddard's Delta still flickering. Look, he needs a good solid couple of tenths to make a gain on Haas. I just can't see it. It's not shown on the Delta. Two and a half tenths, but Rowe also flickering around on the Deltas as well, J-Man. But given the flowy nature of the track and the quick times at the moment, even these guys are struggling to beat their own times. So although our Deltas flash on us, it's very often just zeros. So he's just sneaking it in, but not quite making a gain.
Yeah. Gable up again, mate, by 3.5 to 4 tenths.
Yeah.
So to try and make inroads to Kramer.
As we will see the pros running out now. We've got Webley out on track, J-Man. We have Dayton out on track. Is Dayton? I think Dayton might have been the first car actually to leave the pits there. It looks like he is, with Webley in tow. Track is beautiful. It's optimum. We got.
Oh, Gable just gets a track cut, so he pulls it into pit lane. Practice the pit entry there. Oh, and he gets that wrong. It morphed him back to the pit lane. So
okay,
something to think about.
He's qualifying over well and truly, J-Man.
Yeah. So this race tonight, that really puts it in the category, 90 minutes round here. Is it doable? Is it doable without a stop?
Well, quite possibly. It's the tyre, isn't it, really?
It is.
That's and like I only just mentioned, it is a very intense track. A lot of corners and a lot of load. It's as much as some of these corners are very nicely, positively cambered, there's some of them are not. So tyre wear, I think that's what will kill them.
That will be a big factor tonight. As I think, to be honest, fuel for 90, potentially quite a high.
It'll be close.
Quite a percentage racetrack, so very, very quick racetrack. Right, so it does look like I think Matty Dayton is first cab off the rank. The 12 car, the 12 McLaren, to start his first flying lap. Quickly followed by, as you mentioned, Brennan Webley. Who else we got in there?
What's the next car back?
Hendo starting a lap. Dawson's just crossing the line to start a lap.
Oh, it's Matty T behind the boys there, I think, yes. And then I think that might be Macrolos. Yeah, Macrolos next off. Cab off the rank there. And let's see who that is. Just in behind Macrolos. But yeah, the fast guy's out. Weather's looking good. What have we got? 10 degrees, 30 track.
Intense, Davo. Those times, really, really solid. Be interested to see how far they stay inside the 10 with those couple of 40s.
Yeah, wow.
So Webley just come out of the mine shaft now, just about to come up through Kyalami Salami corner there, dropping down into Inkweed. Final corner, car looking nervous on the turn into the final corner, backs it in. Really, really got that exit wrong and got a track cut for his efforts there. So this will go for nothing. This lap here will be an absolute waste for Brandon. He'll be filthy on himself about that. So Matty T will bank a lap that sees he go provisionally P3 on a 41.0 for a first flying lap. We're going to have some quick succession times flying after that. And we do, Macrolos. And there goes P6. And we just had another one, Nathan Henderson. Hendo 31. Banks time good enough for provisional 6 straight away.
Dawson just pipping him straight away in the Bentley there, J-Man, and Bateman just pipping Dawson as well. So moving very quickly, as we would expect. Fodado back a little bit. What other name am I looking for there? Maybe Jordan Moss.
Jordan Moss just coming out of the final corner now. Looking like a pretty solid time, about to count.
Ooh, there P9. It is. P9. So just tucked in behind Hendo and above Fodado and Macrolos there, J-Man. Dayton is still looking for that hot lap down at the bottom of the mine shaft now, and running through this final sector. Very complex little series of corners here, particularly that second last one. Sorry, J-Man, and as he rounds the final corner, Webley's right behind him. So we're going to watch these two guys come across in quick succession, and then it is
Dayton to 5th.
And then we've got...
Webley must have got another track cut. Another non-registered time.
And then it's Matty T, and then it was Macalos. So Macalos didn't better his time. I don't think Matty T did either.
Hendo coming with a good lap, mate. Oh, who was that I just saw? Will Dixon to P3, knocks Matty down to 4th.
Hendo into 5th.
Yeah, up into 5th. Jordan Moss on a better lap also.
Crossing into 8th in the number 43 Sim Blacks Honda there, J-Man, as well. So nice work. No pressure, Crossy. Come on, brother.
Look at those 2 times, like I mentioned, Guthrie, Tony Spence. Those times are very, very good.
They haven't moved yet.
Nope.
So, Matty T on a hot lap here, J-Man. Still in the mid sector of the track, at the top of this mine shaft. Run down the hill here. Looking very healthy there, which would easily put her above Spence, I would suspect, if she can keep that time.
Webley's loose, but he's on a number that's going to see him go pretty much between Rowe and Spence, if not slightly better than Rowe, but it's certainly on the number towards in between.
Well,
sideways, it may actually take him to the top. Was pretty tidy. Takes him to the top.
Nice work from Webley, and
backed up the back end of
Matty T in provisional 2nd there as she rolls across the line, J-Man. So the first 2 to push, Rowe and Spence, the 2 Pro-Am boys down off the top row. So
on the number.
with only 7 minutes to go, they're halfway through qualifying here, J-Man. So
P8 for Pete.
Oh, it was Dawson, yep.
But Will Dixon on a good number. Ooh. Oh, no, sorry. No, he is still on a reasonable number.
And Fodado as well, a J-Man. So plenty going on. Dixon still mid-track here. Matty T up on a Delta there, as well as... Where is Fodado on track? Let's just see if we can get camera on this car.
So he is...
he's the early part of the circuit as well.
Yeah, he's just coming up towards sunset now.
So Matty T will pick up on Madison again as she runs down the mine shaft here. Now, this is where we saw her make gains the lap before and put that car on the front row. Shining green on the deltas at the moment. Fodado also 2.5 tenths up on the delta as well, J-Man, which would put him at about, geez, well down. That could have put him in 3rd. So Matty T across the line with a little bit. Dixon also on a hottie there, J-Man.
Yep, no, just big shout out. G'day Mav, aka Phil Antoon. Good to see you tuning in, mate. Hey, you're enjoying your breakaway. Missing you out here, pal. But look, these guys are at it in this second phase of qualifying with just over 6 minutes to go. Macrolos with a big improvement, 40.8, takes him up to P4.
Oh, Dixon's so close to taking position on Spets there, I think, and Fodado just rolling out of the Kyalami Salami corner and into the final, and he has got a very healthy delta going on there. Crossy into provisional third, just in front of him there, J-Man.
Good lap.
Fodado
would be liking seeing the other Honda up there.
Woo! Didn't see that one coming. Oh, this Crossy stealth slips it, just sneaks up behind her, and there it is. Macrolos looking healthy.
Middle of the lap building.
Crossan got a cut lap. Looks like he's pulled out of that one. So Dixon, Macrolos, Henderson, and Dayton all up on their lap times, as well as Ashton in the Porsche. So the final push, J-Man, 5 minutes still to go.
Yeah, still a reasonable time. Some cars already just gone back to pits just in recent times. Crossland. I think I saw also... Oh, no, he's back out. Sorry. I saw Moss was back in the pit lane for a little bit. He must have been giving that thing a bit of a tune-up, ready for this last phase. Macrolos coming across with an improvement. Sees a 40.7, still needs another 10 to be able to pip row to get onto the second row. Dixon out of it. Has he got time to go again? Yes, he does.
Dixon slips into 6th there, takes Spence.
Yep. But how's Gunther Row's time? Still inside the 5.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
Matt Dayton for improvement on this lap. Start of the lap, basic. Oh, he's coming into sunset now. He's got about a 10th. Car actually looks very, very stable through the fast right-hander. Building. Just over 2 tenths now for Matty Dayton. Starting to build into this lap.
And he's got Crossy as a carrot there, J-Man, and Crossy sitting in 3rd position provisionally on the qualifying leaderboard there.
Hendo on a number. Where is he on the lap? Where is Hendo? Okay, so he's just coming. Okay, so he's just come out of barbecue, heading down towards sunset. So a lot of good deltas through sector 1 for these guys. So they're obviously on their best lap. Certainly, maybe not getting this first sector right. So maybe that's a tyre phasing thing, and then the lap tends to go away a little bit at the back end. So be a tyre pressure thing.
So again, we see it a little bit like
Webley with slight improvement.
The first phase of qualifying. These guys hitting really reasonable numbers, aren't they, J-Man, in the early half of qualifying, and then struggling to even beat their own times at the back end of qualifying. So very flowy. The times are so close. Hendo up, yep. Webley massively up on his time as well, J-Man.
Yeah, this is a big lap if he can string this together. He must be at the start. Oh, where's he? Just coming up the hill.
Hendo just about to run across the line. This could pick him up a couple of positions, at least one. He's dropped Fodado there. Keeps Spence in the top 10 though, J-Man, in 7th for the Pro-Am.
Webley on this number.
Massive lap.
Going to go 39s.
It's a massive lap. Down the back end.
Solid.
Yeah, doesn't it? Looks so hooked up. Down the back end, through Kyalami corner.
Struggled a little bit on the break down here a couple of times, but he's a lot tidier that time.
Yeah, bled a 10th or so off there actually, J-Man. But still a stellar lap. This will.
39.9.
There's the 39. Wow. Nice work, Brandon Webley.
Already on the lap there, Davo.
Oh, mate. 1.5 minutes to go. You think he'd just put that thing back a bit now, wouldn't he? Crossing a little bit up on his time, which could threaten Matty T If you can
He
just grow
just
that out.
completed the lap, mate. Just completed
Oh,
the
okay,
lap.
so early stage there, but yeah, that Honda very quick through T1. What it lacks in punch in a straight line, it definitely makes up for in the corners. The Simblax 43 Honda. And
Ross looking for an improvement. If he can back this up through the final 2 corners, could see him move up probably 2 spots on my calculation, maybe even 3. Oh, just a little bit wide of the apex. Dumps it all on that final corner. They're all struggling under brake down into that final turn. Did see him make a slight improvement, I think maybe 1 spot.
So Moss struggling a little there, J-Man.
But Macrolos on a good number now too.
Well, Macrolos was just in front of the Moss car there as we were
8
watching.
8 seconds, 7. Okay,
so
he's part of the lap.
So he's just in the early stages. Ashton's up on his time. Hemi Bateman up on his time as well. But with the qualifying over, most cars back in the lane already as we wind down here.
So Ashton Hughes, if he can carry this on, 41.415, he will be able to get Bateman, potential for Goddard.
Yep. That's clearly that's why Bateman's still out on track, trying to defend that. Oh, as we just see,
Hughes. A lot of time.
Oh, there you go. He doesn't practice pit entry, and Bateman stays out. Pete Dawson is still out on track as well. J-Man at the top of the hill.
It appears that maybe just Bateman and who else we got there? It'll be Pete Dawson. Finish the lap. Pete's just coming over the Kyalami sausage now. About 3/10 down on the lap, but he's going to press on with it. Hemi Bateman about 1/4 of a tenth up.
As well, look how close Hughes and Bateman are in their times. It's like 0.003 of a second. As Bateman rolls across the line, J-Man. So there you go. Webley, Matty T, Crossland, Gunther Rowe, Costas Macrolos, Will Dixon, Tony Spence, Nathan Henderson, Shane Frodo, Mitchie Haas rounding out the top 10. J-Man. Must have a look at the points. I think now, well, we get these guys up and rolling and on track for their formation lap.
Yeah, 100%. So I wanted to look at this because obviously we just saw Phil Antoon just tuning in there, just typing in. So obviously Way, once again, so misses round 6 and round 7, which did bridge it back to an 8-point swing back to Brandon Webley. Webley putting it on the top spot here tonight, racing out a 2nd in the championship. Costas Macrolos, 3rd in the championship, starting out a P5 here tonight. And then obviously we go to Nick Firth doing a stellar job. Did comment earlier that probably not his favourite place, or starting out a P30, he's got some work to do to stay inside that top 4, top 5. However, Steve Crossland racing out of 5th in this championship and starting out of 3rd is a very, very good looking Kyalami round.
It is.
Steve Crossland, if he can keep it together. And then Shane Frodo qualifies, I think in the end, Frodo was P9, racing out of 6th in the championship. Will Dixon in 7th, Hendo in 8th, and Pete Dawson in 9th. And then this next battle, so this is the one I was talking about earlier, Mitchie Haas, Gunther Rowe, Tony Spence. So that's 10th, 11th, 12th outright, but 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in class. And they go 4, 7, 10 in the starting order tonight for this race. So a very, very big battle on with Gunther Rowe looking to capitalise early, and he proved only a round or so ago how well he can drive defensively and fast. So be pretty tough to get past the 580 Mustang of Gunther Rowe tonight, I think, for the likes of Mitchie Haas and Tony Spence. So good looking thing there. Matty T out of 13th, Mossy 14th, and then Dayton 15th. That rounds up the top 15. Now I want to just drop down a little bit further, if I may, to the 21st, 23rd, and 25th battle with Mark Turbot, Adrian Kramer, and Uncle Joe. Now, that's a battle out there on track, and I also feel like, I think, looking at the graphic I saw earlier, Phil Davison does register for me as an AM driver. However, on the graphic, it looks like Pro-Am, but he is very much in the hunt, I believe. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, admin, but that he's in the hunt for this admin fight as well. So a little bit of points difference there, but if you look at the totem on the right-hand side, some of the points differentials between these class racing, you know, I'm going to pick on Mitchy Haas through Tony Spence. Mitchy Haas on 153, and then Tony Spence on 137. 157 plays 135, sorry, 37.
Yep.
That's not a lot. That can change inside one round, which is what we saw last week as well. So
yep.
Also, top of the table, I think I talked to you off camera earlier. We were picked on, I think, what was it? It was P5, so Steve Crossland.
Yes.
We went down to P9.
Yeah, so
Pete Dawson.
Crossland on 199, and all the way down to 169 for Dawson. So 30 point gap between that. That's a pretty tight mid pack there, J-Man.
It's certainly a great battle forming for, you know, overalls. And I mean, you know, we often talk about the podium, Davo. However, top fives and top tens in class is always something to consider, but certainly top five is reputable, and then obviously a podium, you've done something special.
Absolutely. So yes, plenty to play for. It's round 7. We've still got 3 rounds to go yet in the series, J-Man, and we must thank again all you guys for tuning in, of course, and you know, hitting the like and subscribe and chatting with us in the chat box there. But we got to thank Rainlight Racing for bringing their 2024 GT3 Series 6 here to us again this week. It's round 7. We are at Kyalami. It is brought to you by the good people at Sim Blacks, Crosscut Woodworks, Carpentry and Joinery, True to Life Racing Designs, Crossy 43 and Hendo, and as always, broadcast to you live by Matchfit Entertainment. That means you get to listen to J-Man and I banging on for, what is it tonight, 90 minutes at least, as the guys and girls roll away for their formation lap. But we will remind you, Sim Blacks giveaways every single race night, $50 spin the wheel stuff, and at the end of the week, at the end of the season, should I say, they will be spinning the wheel for the final, after the final round, for a Sim Magic GT Neo wheel. Well worth the effort if you're involved already. If you haven't been involved for 80% of the series, it's too late. But enjoy the broadcast anyway. J-Man, who's your money on? It's going to be this fight between Webley and Maddie tonight. With Macrolos down the field a little bit.
Yeah, look, for me, the battle initially that's interesting me is going to be the one between two very, very good friends, and that's Steve Crossland and Gunther Rowe, starting from row 2. However, Macrolos will have, this will be a redemption round for Costas after what was, you know, not the flashiest week last week. And also Will Dixon. No. I thought that Dixon's car looked very, very good here tonight. Crossland, on the other hand, I don't want to jinx him, but has he tamed that Honda? We saw him early in the season going a little bit, you know, leftward of where he wanted to be, but raced particularly well of late, so hopefully he's got that thing under control. But those Mustangs are going to be mighty hard to try and pass down the front straight here.
Oh, isn't it what? Look, my eyes are on Mr. Rowe. I've been so impressed with this man's performance over the last 3 weeks. Brands Hatch, stellar job. Donington got better. Alton Park, epic performance from Gunther Rowe. And once again, sees himself on the second row, J-Man, Pro-Am driver. So, yes, my eyes are on him again tonight. I hope I don't put the curse on him just then. But the usual suspects in and around Webley, Matty T, Crossland, Macrolos, Dixon, Spence. We're missing Mav. He's abroad sipping pina coladas or whatever they do wherever he is. We got Hendo in 8th, Shane Frodo in 9th, Mitchy Haas in 10th. A few people out of position, I suspect. Jordan Moss and Nick Firth, probably not where they want to be. J-Man, as the ladies and gentlemen come down to the final corner here, we're about to go green at Kyalami, round 7 in Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6 as they roll up to the line. Good run down to the first corner here. Very nice wide track. Should be an epic start, and we have a green light. Good start. Oh, who's that? That is Spence. Tucking it 3 wide. He backs out of it. That's Hendo. He's vulnerable to Hendo there now, J-Man.
Oh, Crossy, big attack on Matty T into turn 1, turn 2, but backs out of it. Pretty much that's status quo. I think a little bit of side by side with Dawson and Mitchy Haas. That sort of sorted itself out. Got a little bit of contact in the back of the shot, and I believe that was Phil Davison
and Kramer. Yeah. So other than that, super clean start up the front at J-Man with Webley out in front in the Mustang. So it's Linus doing pretty well as qualified, but Gunther Rowe up a position in 4th. No, second row, no, that's right. Yeah, and with Macrolos still tucked in behind as they just get themselves organised here. But good start from Spence there. But I think at the end of the day, lost position both to Henderson and...
Yeah, Hendo up 2.
Oh, and Dixon and Faraday.
Yep.
So, unfortunately...
up 2, Nightingale up 2. So the losers in that one was Ashton Hughes down a couple, Tony Spence down a couple, Will Dixon down 1. That's obviously to the tune of Hendo going up a couple as well. So good stuff, good start, nice clean start. Lots of pressure being applied early by Matty T, but Brandon Webley just managing to the back end of the lap get it now. Watch Crossy here, be vulnerable to Gunther Rowe on the back straight here.
With the Mustang power,
What's it got in a straight line? He's tucked up underneath the wing. Can he pull out through the kink? Crossy's already going to the inside to cover.
Oh, well inside too.
They're going to break side by side as Hendo and Macrolos.
Oh, Hendo and Macrolos. That's Macrolos on the outside of Henderson, J-Man. So that's a... Oh, and then look at Gunther on Crossland as well. Tucked up underneath the wing there. We'll just get a high shot there so you can just see the battles going on there. That Macrolos round the outside of Henderson down into 1. We've got a lost position. Firth's gone back, and he's still losing positions there, J-Man. So a bit of a shake in that first complex of corners there has really lost him. I think 4 positions there. Looking to make a gain back on Hughes. Down to the left-hander here.
It'll be hard to run around the outside of there if he can make it work.
Oh, mate, because you got the left after it here.
Side by side, full commitment. They're going to go down through here side by side. Giving each other plenty of racing room. Such good racing from these two here. That is brilliant. That's hard enough to go through on your own, let alone side by side. So massive respect to those two sim racers. It just gets sorted out for the moment, but
I'm sure we'll go back to that, J-Man, as Henderson looking like he wants his position back from Macrolos there.
Oh,
and he might have it here, J-Man. If he can make it live there, he's got the rights into the... Oh, because you know how tough that corner is. That's making a Dixon just starting to sneak up onto the back. Henderson having to cover from Dixon there.
And Frodo having a big look as well. Frodo having a big look on Dixon there. Now, I thought Hendo was quite shallow into the final turn. That could have compromised the drive out, but he's holding his own at the second. Obviously both in Aston Martins. Oh, Hendo very, very deep on the brake. Just has to go a little bit wide just not to tag the back across this Macrolos. Meantime, out in front, Brandon Webley is checking out a little bit, but Gunther Rowe is still very much in touch with the back end of Steve Crossland. Who's that? Sorry,
this is going to be an epic battle.
Hemi Bateman was looking for a move out of Barbecue, heading down towards Sunset on
Turbot.
I believe that was Turbot. Didn't come to much, but he was having a good look.
Yeah, and I think both, at least Nick first, definitely jettisoned at least 4 positions there. So he's back.
18, yep, for sure. He started out of P13 or 14, so he's certainly cost him a few at the start of this one. However, 90 minutes, plenty of time.
Plenty of time, J-Man, as we just jump out of the back wing of Macrolos.
Hendo and Macrolos is a great battle going on.
Now, they've got to be careful there because Dixon is tucked up well behind Hendo there, hovering. And also Farado, J-Man, although he didn't qualify well, he generally races better, doesn't he? So, be interesting to keep eyes on that.
Yeah, and then the next 2 cars, P9, P10, which is 420 and 66, Tony Spence, Mitchy Haas. Now those are the 2 other guys that you heard me talk about in battle. Oh, there's a change of positions with Gunther Rowe and Steve Cross.
No, that was Gunther Rowe looking for the outside. Just got enough overlap. Got the nose of the Mustang.
He's up
in
there
front
again.
of him.
He's Crossy wide.
But he was never going to beat that Honda on the outside, was he? In the one. Nice work. But definitely showing some intent. It's a definite showing intent there to Crossland. Now he's going to gain that. Look at the train.
Back from Macrolos through back to Dayton.
Dayton's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. Dawson, Moss, Goddard, Bateman, Turbin's gone back 2 positions. And it looks like he's going to lose another one to Firth.
Yeah, Firthy coming back through.
So Turbin clearly having a bit of a wriggle back there.
Well, I like the look of this battle from Macrolos, Henderson, Dixon, Farado. And that's, like I said, Spence and Haas trying to keep the eyes up the road on Gunther Rowe. He's looking to make bank here tonight on that Pro-Am title. Oh, watching him come down the mine shaft there, Davo. Oh, who's that? Is that Firthy?
Oh yeah, so that just I think it was the end of the replay you're watching there, J-Man. Yeah, so that was Firth on Turbine.
Hendo looking for a dive down the inside of 1. Big under brakes as Hendo tucks it down there. Can Macrolos sweep round the outside? Believe he can. There. Oh, they're still side by side. It's going to get awkward here, and Dixon's looking to pick up the pieces. Going to get a run up the inside.
He's got this, and you can see Macrolos. You can see Macrolos take evasive action with noticing Dixon's car there. Look at Farado.
So Hendo gets that job done, moves him up to P4. So 31 car of Hendo on the right side of the legend, looking up the road, pulling away a little bit from.
Where is Hendo? Hendo's pretty well just taken his position back.
Where is Crossland? Sorry, I missed something. Why is Crossland back in P16? Sorry, mate, I missed that.
I missed that too.
Stewie picked up on it. It's turn 3.
Get a long replay on this. Here we go. We're going to pick this up. So we got eyes on Gunther Rowe, Steve Crossland, early part. Oh, Crossy gets a Honda thing. It's a Honda thing.
Oh dear, I hope I didn't incite that with my comments at the start of this race, but yeah, just, oh, it was big, mate. That's going to have some damage on it.
Oh, tough gig for the Simblacks, number 43, Honda there, J-Man, that was a biggie.
Firth picks up a penalty from the live race control. Gets a 5-second penalty for contact. That could be still under review. Could see that 5 seconds grow. We've seen it before.
As we just let this replay wind through, J-Man, but here we go. Okay, interesting change to the race there. We'll get back up on Dayton Haas, J-Man.
Yeah, Dayton Haas as well. Yeah, that's going off. And Dawson right on the hunt there too, looking good. But yeah, Dixon with all the pressure too, just before on Macrolos.
And they're just remembering, these guys are just tucked in behind. This is super close stuff. The average speed around this track is awesome, J-Man. So all these guys very much in touch still after 10 minutes. But we've got Spence and Buttado and Dixon and Macrolos and Hendo. They're all just there. You can see them all on screen right there on camera, all the way back to Jordan Moss. So it's the 12th to 4th there.
And the two equal fastest cars out there, David, at the moment are...
Oh, sorry to interrupt there. Spence with a bit of a slip. Yep.
And 245k an hour, so...
And Hendo and Dante, did you say?
Dayton with a move down the inside of Haas, the final corner. He's a little shallow, so there's going to be a big drag race. Now, side by side, down the front straight. Equal equipment underneath them. So, chase down Matty.
Going. These guys still at it. Oh, a little bit of a tap there, J-Man. And it's just allowed Dawson through in the Bentley to sprint them. Oh, who's that behind? That is Mossy. Mossy, he wants to have a crack at this as well. The V-powered 66 car of Haas really.
Oh, look at this.
At the moment, nearly. Sunset. Wow. Because that's Spence recovering, remember. Look at these two, side by side, attacking the back of Haas's car. Moss.
Oh, and I think Ben sort of just maybe didn't realise the overlap was still there from Moss and just come across and rotated himself into the fence. That was a big accident. That was a shocker.
Oh, no. Spence doing so well.
From the overhead there. Or probably a little bit of column A, column B. Mossy maybe drifting out a little bit and Spence coming in also.
Plenty going on, J-Man, here tonight for round 7 at Kyalami in Rainlight Racing's 2024 at GT3 Series 6. Ladies and gentlemen, it's brought to you by Sim Blacks, Crosscut Woodworks, True to Life Racing Dice, Crossing 43, Endo, and brought to you by Matchfit Entertainment.
Jordan Moss got the crosshairs on Mitchie Haas, but also Will Dixon. Big crosshairs on Macrolos at the moment too.
Dixon's quick tonight, J-Man.
Yep. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what the stewards think about that incident between
Spencer Moss, yes.
And Moss.
Yep, definitely.
So Hendo just doing enough to start bridging away a little bit. So someone asked the question, Louis, hang on, who was it? Somebody asked the question, oh okay, it was Louis, can Gunther chase down Matty? I'm more interested, can Hendo chase down Gunther? Yeah. That'll be the question, because Webley last lap round 41.3, Matty 41.2, Gunther Road 41.4, Hendo 41.7. Maybe Gunther is the fast guy. But Dawson looking good tonight. And, just want to have a look at the numbers and see the improvement there from Matt Dayton. 4 positions. Hemi Bateman doing very well, up 5 positions already. Tony Spence, obviously after that incident, down 12. That's a really big blow to what was starting up to be look like a good night here.
So the field has spread somewhat in the last 5 minutes, J-Man. We were only talking about it about 5 minutes ago, how tight everything was, and yes, things have leveled out a little bit as these guys are finding their feet. Dawson, Dayton, closest 2 cars on track at the moment.
Bentley looking super planted here tonight.
Yeah, look, it's a sort of track you want to take a fair bit of curb on, isn't it? And we know how the Bentley just soaks that stuff up compared to some of these mid-rear cars. So
Matty's starting to claw back that margin up the top of the
marginally,
too, mate.
by about by half a second, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah, so 1.2, 1.3. Just be interested to see where she's making the time. Car looks very, very good up the top of the hill and then heading down the mine shaft. This is where the Mustang will stretch its legs again, so I just watch that margin. I can see the deltas live. There's 1.3 at the top. It ended up being 1.5 by the time they got to the bottom of the mine shaft. So a couple of tenths worth down there for the Mustang.
Yeah, downhill, wind behind it, Ford motor in it, you know, it's to be expected.
Dawson, really just interested to see the way he's positioning the car behind Dayton. He's kind of always slightly shallow of the line of Dayton, so he's got plenty in that car to be able to place it where he wants at the moment. Oh, that's a shame, Mitchie. Enjoy the stream anyway, bud, but damn work getting in the way of some racing. I don't like that.
No, what's with that?
Exactly.
Prioritise these things. But yes, two closest cars on track still a J-Man is the Matt Dayton McLaren and Dawson's Bentley. But you can see Makalos, you can see Dixon and Frodo all in shot there. So still, these guys still running very close on track. The slightest mistake here, which is inevitable at Kyalami, it's easy just to get that little bit too much grass and get a little bit squirrely out of one of these corners, and you are vulnerable. We've seen losses of up to 4 positions just from a little bit too much curb, the odd bounce, and then we've always got the Kyalami salami down in the second and final corner, just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Hey, got four sister.
Yep, a couple of things to consider here tonight, viewers, when you're watching this on. As you see Matty just running incredibly wide. Obviously, Mitchie just commenting that, Matty likely have the strategy advantage here over the Mustang. We know how fuel efficient that Ferrari is. But also, just remembering back to qualifying, Webley got a couple of laps in at the start of that were track cuts, so he didn't register a time until he actually hit his third flying lap here. So really does tell you when they're pushing about how easy it is to get a track cut here.
So track infringements.
Track infringements.
Are a factor.
Little red DT come up on any of these drivers, you know what that'll be about.
Crossland in the pits, Jamie.
Yeah, early pit stop. I suspect he'll be in there for damage. I'll get a read on what sort of time it's going to take Steve Crossland to transit the lane, put some fuel and some tyres in it. It's a long way to go. What's he got to do? He's got to do about 72 minutes. Probably by the time he leaves the lane, 71 minutes on that tyre, and that fuel load's well doable. Now also Spence was in for a very, very quick stop earlier, 21 seconds, season go 45 outright. Goebel in for a 3.5 minute stop, goes 3:48. Crossland was on the jacks for 40 seconds, so probably about 6 to 8 seconds longer than a conventional stop, so a bit of damage repair in there potentially. Sees him drop back down to 22nd, just in behind Tony Spence. So that'll be a good battle because both Spence and Crossland had good car pace before their incidents. What's our gaps up the front? 1.5 and then another 3.4 to Gunther Road. Dawson, Dayton still the closest battle out on track, and Dayton really, really wide out of the final turn. Feeling a bit of pressure from the big Bentley at the moment.
I suspect so. The Bentley looking solid tonight, J-Man, and
Fakes to the inside once again.
Oh, can he stop? Can he stop it?
Little bit of gizzing.
So close. Was there a bit of gizzing? It might have been a bit of gizzing. But yeah, very, very tight stuff between these two boys at the moment. Also, Goddard and Worcester. Pretty much the next two closest cars on track. And this rubber bands, this gap between these two.
Goddard with a good run.
Mate,
Great run.
But then again, the grunt of the Mustang just allows him to keep it at bay. But yes, they've had a little bit of camera time so far. Very, very close battle. Very nice stop. Kramer on Nightingale out on the outside.
Get it done.
He's going to get there.
Could be.
Oh, very gentlemanly like from both of them. Plenty of room, and probably Kramer suffered for that.
And that's Davison behind them, and he's legit in that fight as well. And so that Nightingale Kramer battle, that is for second and third outright class tonight. Obviously Turbot a little bit further up the road at P15. So Davison looked to spoil that party.
And Turbot pushing hard again. Oh, that is. Hang on, let's see if we can pick up on that. That was Goddard, Worcester. Oh no. So Worcester running wide in the Mustang, allowing Goddard past J-Man.
Yeah, I did see that flick up on my Delta. Hemi Bateman starting to apply some pressure to Jordan Moss too. So Dan really coming to terms. How many spots is he up? Because I see he had made quite a few. He's up 5 spots, so a good start to the race for Daniel Hemi Bateman, and start applying some pressure to the back of Jordan Moss, who apparently at this point looks like he may have got away with that incident with him and Spence, and maybe the steward saw that as a little bit
racing.
of tip.
Well, it did sort of come across as a bit of a racing incident, so...
Maddie got it under a second now, 0.8. Good call, Mitchie. She is on a mission now to try and hone in on the back of that Mustang. Seems Webley just never gets any of these his own way. He's always got company. Gunther Rowe going with, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Gunther's broken out at the moment. So last lap round, Webley 41.8, Maddie 41.2, Rowe 41.3, Hendo 41.8, so on the same pace as Webley at the moment. Faraday Dixon, that looked to be tightening up a little bit also. I'd say something about Dawson Dayton, but that status quo separated by cigarette paper.
Yeah, Spence Crossland as well. They've been going at it, J-Man. Swapping positions. Yeah, since Crossland in the pits.
Came out of pits.
And a recovering Spence as well. So.
Maddie.
Oh, this is close. We don't need to look at the deltas anymore, J-Man.
She's well in touch.
Yeah.
She's trying to look before to see where the strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, we saw this time around last time, we could see the Mustang make a couple of tenths down the hill. Be interested to see if it can do it again. 0.4, they were at the top of the hill. 0.5 now. 0.6. So it does grab a couple of tenths down the hill, gets to use all that horsepower, so that's not Maddie's strong suit there. Suspect it'll probably be under brakes and the tighter stuff, maybe through here, and then the start of the lap through 2, 3, 4.
Oh, look, without a doubt. And what does have a strength on a Mustang down that mineshaft, J-Man? I mean, seriously, the thing is
Dixon.
So quick.
Hunting. Where do you look, Davo? There's so close at the moment.
Oh, yeah, we also got Dawson on Dayton still as well, J-Man.
Oh, Bateman's got Moss.
Oh, Bateman got Moss. There you go. So, Mossy struggling for pace here tonight, J-Man, in round 7 here at Kyalami.
So Maddie's in the zone where I think you're going to see that she's at her strongest as they come through Sunset.
Dixon feeling the pressure. Couple of wheels out on the grass there. Out of that final complex corner. Oh, that first complex corner, should I say. In the first sector. Down to, was it Barbecue there or Sunset?
Yep.
Oh, again, look how close these two are.
Super close. Heading down through the S's.
Kramer over Nightingale there too in the background, and it's still on. These two, and that is Davison. Now, you mentioned this earlier. Now, Davison gets Kramer. Or does he?
Oh, super close as they come out of the final corner. Gets it down there. So the battle going on for the AM title.
Yeah, these guys aren't mucking around, J-Man. It's very, very close racing back there. And a very gentlemanly like between all of those three there.
42.265. Okay, so that last lap, not great for Gunther. But he's still pedaling. He's got 6 seconds over Hendo, so he's done a great job. Fido so close to Dixon through that first phase of corners. Both of them really letting those cars flow through, so I feel like when they're both driving to this level, they can race this close because they're just really letting these cars flow through these corners. As you mentioned earlier, Dave, a very, very flowy, fast racetrack. Not the highest terminal top speed of a lot of the tracks we go to, but certainly a nice flow to it.
Yeah, it's just that average speed. It's very, very flowy track. It's just, I don't know, flicking that car. Tucked in underneath the wing of Will Dixon's 997 Aston Martin there. That is the Crosscut Woodworks car there, so nice work from Dixon.
So I think Dayton Dawson in their little battle certainly starting to catch the back of these two of Dixon and Fodeno. It's only 1.5 seconds between Dayton.
Dayton's round. Dayton's round.
Okay, so I missed that.
Just get a replay on that.
Up the screen, and it looked really close.
Oh yeah, unforced. Yes, comes through the left-hander at the bottom of the mine shaft there. Goes out wide for the break, and wheel on the grass. The car's turn. Fodeno through. And he loses to Dawson and Haas
as well. Yeah.
So unfortunate there for Matty Dayton.
And Fodeno's just straight from one battle to another. He was pressuring Dayton. Now he's on. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, he's been still on Dixon. Yep. Yeah, still on Dixon. It just didn't phase them. It just really hasn't phased them. Just sneaking on past.
Okay, so Jordan Moss with a 15-second time penalty, so that might have taken a little while to unravel there, and yeah, cops a 15-second penalty. I believe it's possibly for that incident.
Dispense.
Yep. Goddard and
Dixon wide.
Oh, is that going to be enough?
Oh,
Goddard goes to the outside. Can he do a cutback here? Oh, he gets a little bit loose on the exit.
And the power of the Aston down the hill.
Yeah, it's proved to be level pegging on top speed tonight with the Mustang. And also the other car in the mix at 245k an hour is the Bentley. Pete Dawson, big move here. Shane Fodeno as they come up to the Kyalami sausage.
Oh, Fodeno, you just can't do that, Shane. Shane.
Oh man, it's so sideways.
It's not a two-way. It's not a side-by-side corner. It just doesn't work like that. Oh God, there was stuff going on in the background. I think it was Davison and Kramer still going at it, and we got Turbot and Goddard still going at it, Jamie. But we must get back to, because Dawson is now snuck up in behind Fotado after his experience with the salami.
Yep. Oh, crossing off. I just seen him off as well. So that was as Webley and Maddie were just rounding him up as he was just coming back on track. So not sure what happened there. He was engaged in a battle, if you remember, with Tony Spence.
He was, J-Man, as the replay just picks it up as he rolls back on track. Yes, so interesting stuff. Matty T still only half a second from Webley. Dawson now tucked up behind Fotado after recovering from the salami incident. So that because I'm sure Fotado will hunt down Dixon again. If Dawson can go with, that will become a three-way right there. We've also got Dayton starting to sneak up on the back of Haas as well, Jamie. So what have we got? Davison, Nightingale. So Davison snuck past Kramer while bloody Kramer and Nightingale were battling on, and has made it stick, and now ranging up on the back of Nightingale's car and looking pretty hungry there, J-Man.
Oh, look, he's looking the goods. He is looking the goods in the 777 back car. Dawson Fotado. Oh, that Bentley looks so good under brakes at the moment. Very, very stable, and just looks like he's got options. Oh, Phil Davison just monstering the back.
Yeah, look, and he just showed some intent, and it's really just forced Nightingale into a run wide there.
Yep.
And allows him to sneak past. So yeah, 101 pass there from Davison there. Just forced the mistake, and it's all over. Red Rover.
Yep. Yeah, I don't believe so, Mitch. I don't think anyone was brave enough to take the old Lexus, so...
Oh, the Tokyo taxi. We love the taxi.
Yeah.
But no Lexi in the crowd tonight. I don't even think there's no Audis in here either. So, and I don't think there's any Datsuns in here either. So there's a few cars missing out of the grid. But anyway, Fotado back up on the back of Dixon. Did Dawson come with? No, not really. Has dropped back. But Fotado hungry. J-Man, look how deep he was there under brakes.
Leaves him vulnerable to Dawson when he does that.
Yeah, I think there might have been the code brown going on there, trying to pull that up. Because look,
so good.
He definitely lost some space there, didn't he?
Yep.
And yeah, now Dawson right on his tail.
So a little bit lowly for the 580 car, Gunther Rowan P3, but doing such a great job. And then actually pulled a little bit more margin on Hendo in recent time as well. That was around about 5.5, 6 seconds. It's out to 7 odd seconds. Macrolos, a similar number back from there. And then Dixon, obviously we don't need to say too much. We obviously got him just up the road by about 1.3 over Fotado and Dawson, separated by nothing as per usual. We've seen that, but Kramer now trying to go to work on Nightingale. This has been a really good battle out of these AMs. Equally, just goes to show, you know, if you turn up and go racing and you get put in the correct class, you're going to go to battle with your mates.
You're going to have a race, aren't you?
For sure. So we're seeing that out there. That's a great battle going on for that AM title. And the significance to Phil Davison getting past there is it does help his chances, because now he's only got Worcester in front of him and Mark Turbot, who's leading the series there. So Maddie, super close on the front straight, but she won't be able to do anything with it. She's tucked underneath the wing. It was 0.2, but you can see it stretch out as they head down the front straight. She's just got nothing. Now Hendo, first of the front runners to make his official pit stop, gets it in the lane. Did he get it in there nice and cleanly? We're about to find out.
So
looking for somewhere around the 32 seconds.
35 minutes into the race here, J-Man, as the leaders start to come up on lap trap. They've already got through a few of those, but now I think they're coming past, that's Kramer's car. They just rounded up. So this will be interesting to watch the gaps between Madison and Webley here, J-Man.
Yep. 35-second on the jacks for Hendo, so that'll be a number to remember. See him go outright with a 59-second transit.
Hendo is doing really well. Hendo got himself in front of Macrolos, so that is a big number. We'll be interested to see where Macrolos hits on those times, Joe, man.
Yep.
Fodado Dixon is not going to go away again. Fodado very deep under brakes. Is that good for his exit speed? Probably not, but looking for any gain he can possibly get as they hit the bottom of the mine shaft. Ooh, that epic left-hander, and again deep under brakes, under Dixon's wing there, not quite so radical. Trying to probably just be maybe a little bit more conservative. They're going to go around for another lap there, as is Dawson.
Look, if you're in the pit window, fuel and tyres wise, depending on your strategy, I think if you're Shane Fodado, you go for an undercut now.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, or even potentially Pete Dawson, because I think Pete Dawson's car pace, if you look at the way he's managed to range up under brakes when he was attacking, I think, Dayton earlier, and Fodado, oh, see, once again, got it back out of it.
In the pits, J-Man, sorry.
Yep, no, you're right. So, Mossy in there. Mossy looking probably to sit there and maybe sit there for another 15 seconds.
Fodado makes the move on Dixon, makes it stick.
There's Dawson's right there too.
Oh, with overlap.
Oh, contact.
Oh, there's contact.
Now that's Mitchie Haas.
Oh, and friggin', oh
Hemi
no,
Bateman.
Someone got tangled up in that, J-Man.
Hemi Bateman did.
Oh, so it was a Bentley with an awkward pop off the inside ripple strip. Just sent the car out there. Oh, very unfortunate.
Oh, tandem spinning. Gonna take a little bit to unpack that for the stewards. Oh, and Hemi Bateman tried to split the gap and he just couldn't do it.
Nowhere to go. Oh yeah, the Bentley rolling backwards there as well, J-Man. So difficult situation.
And that all stemmed from the Fodado pass on Dixon.
On Dixon, yep.
And then Dawson wanting to truck and trailer that and try and get through. So it was so clean for so long, and then it just got a little spicy.
Yep. And that was the outcome, and it just escalated a little bit there. But yeah, 5-second penalty for Nick Virtue, I noticed there, Joe, man.
Yeah, that's been hanging over him for quite some time, mate.
Okay, so Dixon in the pits. Do you think he'll do the damage on this car? That is the number 997 Aston Martin of Will Dixon. That is the Crosscut Woodworks Carpentry and Joinery car.
Yeah, so Moss come out. I don't see a 15-second time penalty hanging over that car anymore, and he was in there for 47 seconds. So was that an extra 15 potentially? Who we got there? Ashton Hughes. Now, he benefited from that little incident before. Obviously, Hemi Bateman got caught up in it.
Yep.
Now he's right on the back now of Hemi Bateman, as is Dayton on the back of Haas. So this is a bit of a comeback for Dayton. But how's the spread from Webley, Maddie and Rowe, and then you go back to Macrolos, who's some 16 seconds back?
Yep.
So massive spread, but yeah, Dayton starting to put some pressure on Haas, looking for a little bit of movement. It's up and down pit row, not coming yet, but you'd expect to see it shortly. 1.4 seconds now, Webley over Matty T. Oh, but Webley just coming up on lap traffic. Who's that? That'll be Jordan Moss. Looking for Mossy just gets out the way. I've seen a few blue flags.
I would expect so.
Hughes, Bateman, and also Dayton Haas look to be the closest battles out on track at the moment. Certainly, Hughes, Hemi, Bateman, that's a good battle. Be interested to see strengths and weaknesses from the Porsche versus the McLaren. Know how well the Porsche gets off the tighter corners. Really, really close as they approach the top of the hill. Goes for an inside line as they come up through Clubhouse, head down the mine shaft. Super, super close coming down the hill. What's the horsepower like for the Porsche? Staying well in touch. He's got the big brakes. Hughes goes for an inside move. Can he pull it up? Oh, a little bit of rubbing there.
Oh, Bateman gave him room as well, so
He did.
but a very late move. So
more
again,
contact.
too wide through the Salami corner. Does not work, boys.
Bateman goes for the lane. Good call. Good call.
That's first, just sneaking through on Hughes there as well, J-Man. So, interesting stuff. Matty T in the pits, Jay.
Matty in the pit lane as well.
So
Firth in the thick of that too.
Well, Firth just came up in behind it.
Yeah,
while it all sort of went down.
Right there as well.
Yeah, he's just morphed himself into that little battle there. Obviously, Firth unpitted as well. So yeah, nice work. I think those guys just going at it. And
Matty T with a very efficient stop, 32 seconds, 56 outright, gets out the lane nice and cleanly, gets that job done. So that'll be something to consider. There was about 1.4, 1.5 seconds between her and Webley. So should Webley stop, not be as clean as he'd like, just remember that 32 seconds is very important. It's not hard to get something. Nathan Henderson's 35 second, and that could be the difference between the race lead. So obviously, as mentioned by Mitchie earlier on, the Ferrari very fuel efficient, and Matty doing those 1% things very, very well.
Very well at the moment too. And yeah, I just wonder whether the Mustang has got that same fuel efficiency. Bateman in the pits, J-Man. We've got cameras on Huss, Dayton, battle. Looks like Dayton might have the measure on the Huss car, but equal marks. Same market car there, so I just they've got the same strengths and weaknesses, struggling with that.
Yep.
At the moment, so good tight battle between those two.
Oh, very, very close. Very close. As is Dawson and Firth. I feel like probably Dawson's got the upper hand. He goes for
Yins. There it is.
There it looked like he just sidestepped there, just let him through. So, Firthy.
And that's got just tucked in behind as well, J-Man. But we'll just have a look at this. The Bentley from way back. Way back. Firth clearly stepping aside for Dawson there into one. So Dawson now with Hughes in front.
Now, where's Matty T? Has she got fresh air? I'm just trying to pick up. Got a lot of cars up in front of her shortly. She'll be certainly hoping that the likes of Goddard, Firth and Co make their pit stop shortly so that she can utilise that undercut potentially on Brandon Webley.
Yeah. I was just thinking that little mistake with Dawson and there back earlier. I thought that might have been either Verse or Spence getting tangled up in that. I'm sure.
Oh, Dayton through on Haas.
Oh, very nice. There you go. Can see that one coming. Let's have a look at that.
And to the pits.
So just snuck it in at the right-hander after the
Crossing through into the pits.
after the bind shaft there.
Dawson got up through. That's what Maddie wanted to see. She did want to see a couple of cars peel off also.
So Dawson in the pits, Goddard in the pits, Faraday in the pits as well, Jamie.
Yep. So a massive flurry of pit lane action right on the halfway point. So strategical play there.
I'm going to tentatively give my man Gunther Rowe a little bit of airtime on the camera, but not talk about him too much because he's sitting in a really nice sweet spot in the race, and theoretically in third position. So yes, there is the Gorilla Racing Mustang. There is Gunther Rowe doing a stellar job, and we will leave it at that and sneak up to Webley in the other Mustang, who is just rolled into the pit lane, Jamie. So this is one pit stop we want to keep an eye on the numbers on.
Yeah, so best pit stoppers so far of the night officially would be Matty T and Shane Faraday with 32-second stops on the jacks. Likes of Goddard, Hendo and Co 35-36 seconds.
Dawson just rolling
45 seconds for Dawson. It's not a very, very good stop at all. We got Gunther Rowe in the lane also. This is an important stop as well. Obviously a big gap back to Macrolos after that. I think would be the car that it would be officially in fourth if these cars shake out, and it will be Costas Macrolos, Matty T, and then Gunther Rowe. But it'll be interesting to see Webley 32, 33, 34. 34 seconds and slow off the blocks. Takes a long time to get the car away. I think you're going to see
Matty T's going to get him. Matty T's going to get him, surely.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And easily gets past. And who's that? That's Nick Firth just in front of her there. So, and he steps aside.
So there goes that 32 plays 34.
Now, Matty T...
sorry, it was in the end for Webley, so that's the difference. So that Ferrari super efficient in the stop.
Very nice work.
Webley back to, I feel like...
So he's gone back in position. Where did Gunther come out? He's in behind Hughes. So he's theoretical third.
He's in behind Turbot.
Well, at the moment, but who was he tucked in behind?
Well, he was third on track,
him,
mate. So he was behind Matty T, and then he had a Costas Macrolos.
Costas, okay.
With a big gap, around 16 seconds, I believe.
Okay, so that's the car we need to watch next, yes?
Yep. Yep, but he'd have to do something special to try and bring that. It's
that Gunther Rowe gap back, yep.
Yeah, it's a podium, I think, at this point in time, even though we're halfway through the race, is certainly Gunther's to lose.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sorry, fanboying on Gunther Rowe there just for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Dixon very close to the back of the Spence car as we were speaking there, Jamin, and Phil Davison also in the pits while we were focused on that. Who is that? Yeah, that is Dixon Spence.
Yeah, that's
Dixon wants that.
Dixon goes to the outside.
Here, of all places. Wow. Can he make it stick? It looks like... Oh, Spence giving him nothing to work with there.
Yeah, Dawson in tow as well, and he is in there. That is legit. This is post-pit stops. This battle went underway before they stopped and still into it.
So both Dixon and Spence in a little bit of recovery mode. Both those cars have had damage.
And Dawson's back there after a snaggy stop, 45 seconds.
And Dawson also getting tangled up just in the last few laps as well. So, look at the brakes on the Bentley at the bottom of the hill. Front row seat has Dawson through that snaggy corner. Oh, does he run deep there? Maybe a little bit in the Bentley. Has it got the punch off the quarter? Looks like it has. Look at this lot.
Yeah, this is a good trio heading down the front straight. Dawson's looked good under brakes at turn 1 all night long. So does he fake to the inside? He's a little bit too far back. So 3 manufacturers going at it. And it is heating up the front with
Henderson over Worcester just in the back of shot as well. J-Man, as we keep an eye on this lot. Down through, what is it?
This will be Sunset.
Sunset.
Yep. Sunset up into Clubhouse, down through the S's.
So nice work. Will Dixon, right in the thick of it, in the Crosscut Woodworks car. The 997 Aston Martin, really making a good showing here, all over the back of Spence. Worcester in the pits in the Mustang. J-Man.
Oh, Dixon on full attack on Spence here. Goes to the outside, going to look to try and cut back. No, he's going to look to try and go around the outside. That's a big move. Gets good drive, but he's going to have nowhere to go as they come up through Cheetah.
I love Kyalami for that.
Oh, Dawson.
Alone. Dawson. Oh, and he has overlap. It's forced Dixon wide, which will compromise his run. Let Spence run. And just opens those gaps up just ever so slightly. J-Man, just the multiple lines you can take through some of these braking areas and into these corners, these entry lines, as we see Dawson really, it makes it so good, Kyalami, to watch and to race, no doubt.
Dayton very close to just the touch line with the entry speed there.
Oh,
To see what that looks like. I just sort of caught it at the corner of my eye. He was very deep down to the control line. Matty T still got Ashton Hughes between herself and Brandon Webley at the moment, so it's a run, rabbit run sort of situation at the moment, because we know how fast that Mustang is. If he catches her on the front straight, he will have enough straight line to pass her. Also, the other danger spot for Matty T, if Webley gets to her, will be down the mine shaft, because we saw that was worth a couple of tenths all race long. So
yeah, look, that's another tough corner to get side by side through, isn't it? And make it stick at the bottom of the hill. Down into the braking area, should I say. You might get the kink at the bottom of the hill, but you got to stop the bloody thing, don't you?
Yep, Dayton with a 36 stationary.
Oh, Dixon with that super late move in the Aston. Can he make that stick? He's running wide. Spence back at him.
I don't know if I'd want to be on the outside here.
I don't want to be on the inside either. Dawson.
Oh, he makes it stick.
Oh, unbelievable.
Oh, Dawson finds himself on the inside of Spence as well. Backs out of it.
Just a quick replay out of the front of Dawson's car here, and that little fiasco, that little exchange. Wow, J-Man, that was some epic stuff there. Dawson inside of Spence, gets it done, goes with.
Great move. All right, now remember this number. Matty T to Webley is around, hovering between 3 to 3.5 seconds. Webley's cleared Ashton Hughes. Haas and Macrolos still to stop at the front. But Gunther Rowe, now, he's got Nick Firth in front of him, but Firth gets out of it.
Firth gets out of it, lets Gunther go. He knows Gunther's probably more in the points and in this race than he is. And Firth very much so in recovery mode, mate.
Yeah, and Firthy hasn't pit stopped yet either. So yet to stop is Macrolos, Haas, Hughes, Firth, Turbot. And that will be it. Otherwise, everybody else actually made a stop. A couple of cars made a couple stops. So Croston and Ben Goebel made a couple of transits through the lane tonight.
There you go. look, thanks everybody for joining us again here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6 Round 7 at Kyalami. There's about 35 minutes to go in this race. It has been proudly brought to you by Simblacks, Crosscut Woodworks, True to Life Racing Designs, Crossy 43, Hendo, and as always, broadcast live on YouTube to you good people by Matchfit Entertainment. Please hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Hit us up on the chat box. We love a chat. And stick around. There's plenty of racing to go. 35 minutes.
Yeah, my data tells me Firthy hasn't stopped there, Louis. I've got all the data up, and those names are called. Certainly haven't made an official stop or any sort of transit through the lane at this point. So I thought he had to, mate, but clearly hasn't made a stop yet. Hence the 7th position, because
he's in recovery mode. Yep. And hence, yes, why Gunther Rose only just in front of him. So, because Gunther should be in 3rd. So, who have we got? Makalos, Haas, and Hughes yet to pit. Makalos on camera now.
Yeah, he's out there, 42.5s, and you got somebody like last lap round, Brandon Webley on the hunt, trying to bridge that 3-second gap, now down to 2 seconds. So he did a 40.8 to be the fastest lap of the race, just recorded last lap around. So Webley turned up the wick on the Mustang with just over half an hour to go. Let's to run down the Ferrari of Matty T. See if he can...
Now, yeah, look, and he's got eyes on the back of the Ferrari, but it is quite a healthy gaff. J-Man, what are you giggling at in the chat box there? I know you're reading that stuff.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I can't, just Louis, and now bloody Elvis tuning in as well. So, no, there's plenty going on. I get sidetracked with the comment.
So, yeah, Webley really pushing the Mustang, looking for any gain possible over Matty T's Ferrari there, J-Man. Dawson still trying to
hunt down Dixon.
Hunt down Dixon after that little exchange with Spence there earlier. But I just don't think that Bentley... look, to be honest, I was surprised he got that thing past Spence. But it's only because Dixon was at Spence, I think, that he got past. Who's that sneaking up behind him there, actually, in the... That's not Spence, that's an out-of-position car. It's just tucked in behind there. Sorry, that just distracted me a little bit there.
So I'm just trying to crunch the numbers. Macrolos out there running the laps down. Gonna make a pit stop at some point, I'm sure soon, but we talked about the efficiency of that Ferrari. 13, 22, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, and then another. Okay, so I'm just crunching the numbers to how close Macrolos can get back to Gunther Rowe. Now Gunther Rowe still lapping in 42.1 last lap round versus Macrolos is 42.4. So still to the tune of the good for Gunther Rowe on a fresher tyre.
Yes.
But I'm just crunching the numbers to see what Macrolos can do about a podium here, and he probably needs a little bit more.
And he needs to nail that stop, doesn't he?
100%.
What was Gunther's stop like there, Jamie?
So Gunther did make his pit stop in 32 and 57, so up there with the best of them. So
mate, that's not too shabby. So yeah, definitely hitting the marks there.
You're not going to beat him on pit road.
So yes, Makalos with plenty of work to do to bridge that gap. J-Man, again, I will fanboy a little bit on my man Gunther as he sweeps across the line again for the into the 34th lap here at Kyalami for round 7 in Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6.
Webley hunting now, got it under a second. Like I said, they get to certain sections of this racetrack, and
especially that back sector and down through the first sector as well, J-Man. Obviously
Yes.
the mine shaft very strong down there, and the start-finish straight-ish, or whatever it is. It's got a few kinks in it, but it's a start-finish straight. But look at that. That is a very much a visual gap now.
Yeah, you watch the closing gap as you watch them come down. 0.7 at the top of the hill. Should be about 0.5 by the time they get to the bottom. 0.6 already. There you go. 0.5. So that's the closing margin. Maddie picks up a fair bit of curb coming down the hill. Runs it quite wide. Off of there. Heads up through Cheetah. Got to stay away from that curb. Don't go too wide. Don't want to pick up the sand on the exit.
Easily done.
And once again, very, very good apex from the Mustang. Gets maximum throttle out of the corner once again. 0.5 they came out of there. Should be probably about 0.2, 0.3 as they get down to the braking zone. 0.4 already. Super, super close. Uses the strength of the Mustang underneath the wing of the Ferrari now. This is where the Ferrari will come back into its own. Change of direction. The car will be very, very good up through here. Car will also be very, very good out of basically coming out of barbecue here and then heading down to Sunset. The Mustang will stretch its legs on this little straight, but then when they tip it into this fast right-hander, the Ferrari once again, the mid-corner progress of this car will just be at its strength, and then as they come out of here, brake and change direction. Matty be at a strong suit. Although Webley's super close right now.
Oh, super close. I think Matty looks a little rattled there, just missing the inside apex there a couple of times on that first sector there, J-Man. Really allowed Webley,
a little bit there.
Brendan focused and hitting his marks, and that's the 1%ers we keep talking about, and making the gains there. A little bit slippy out of the Mustang, looking for that really tight line on the exit there.
He got it too.
He did get it. Looked wriggly, really looked like he was working for it, but it really did make a gain. Oh, so close.
Yes, that's that advantage down there. We talked about that. If he can be close enough there coming out of Blue Cop at the top of the hill and then get a run down there, pressure Matty under brakes down there, and also the drive off of here. If he can be close enough here, Matty under brakes and making the apex the last corner was probably good enough to save any attack down to turn 1, but you will see the gap diminish as they head down here under brakes. So Matty responded that last lap round, 41.5, plays Webley's 41.6, but he's probably just plateaued out to the pace that Matty's running now, because he did get there on a 40.8 previously to catch her. So this is often what happens when you get tucked up and behind a car, you end up running the pace of that car.
Yeah, and just with Webley, a couple of wheels on the sand there on the exit of 4 out of barbecue there. So look, clearly both drivers pushing right to the limits of their cars and their talent here. J-Man again, Webley ranging under brakes, getting that tight line from the Mustang.
Yeah, it'll be super close this time round. What is it, 0.4 at the top of the hill? Be challenging down here under brakes. Matty up to the challenge here. Oh, a little bit of entry oversteer from the Ferrari. Looked like it just might have just pinched the rears slightly, just put a little bit sideways.
Managed it well. Still 25 minutes to go. Over 25 minutes to go here, J-Man.
Yeah, the term sweating bullets comes to mind once again. I think it's often used, but often granted. Super close under brakes down to 1 again. Matty just needs to stay focused on hitting all her marks. Make Webley jump out of his comfort zone and go somewhere. Don't be forced into getting off the apex. Oh, the Ferrari looks so good through those double lefts there, flowing out of barbecue, heading down to Sunset. The car looks so good under load through the lateral part of the corner.
Yeah, and another wriggle out of barbecue there from Webley. So clearly the Mustang just struggling to get off that corner. Last lap was out in the sand a little, and yeah, a little bit of snap oversteer there as he deals with that, and doesn't look like he gets through the S's there really well either, J-Man. So a little bit further back than he would probably like right here. Matty's probably made a car length or so on him there, I think, in that mid-sector of this lap.
Yeah, like I said, it's strength and weaknesses. She knows she'll now know where the Mustang's good. She'll know that it's coming down the hill. She'll know that it's the front straight. She just needs to focus on where her car's good and just try and keep hitting those marks accurately and make Brandon do all the work. Make him do something different to try and get round her, as opposed to her getting forced into being slightly wide on the mark. So, and this is what Gunther Rowe did very, very well at Alton Park.
Oh, absolutely.
From this position.
And now she's covering now.
Yeah. And this is what I talk about. Like, feeling the pressure changes the line. And that will just get inside Webley's head too, that he'll know that he's starting to make Matty think about making different decisions.
Yeah. But yeah, look, but he's still got to go like somewhere, you know, like else. It's not going to be this easy overtake if Madison continues to cover her line. And it requires the big send, doesn't it?
It does. And the backup shot too for me is the Dawson-Dixon battle still very much alive. And Dawson's just been ranging lap after lap. I keep flicking back and having a look, and he's just really searching, but as you mentioned, just
Bateman,
not enough to be there.
Sorry, but we're just picking up on Bateman Worcester as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
he worked him over for a fair while too. Once again, Webley coming down the hill, super close again. Both got the same line down the bottom of the mine shaft. Very, very, very similar line. So is this a ploy from Webley just to sit here
waiting for the mistake?
Waiting for the mistake, or you know, and then do it for long enough that Matty thinks he's not going to attack, and then all of a sudden he sends one. Still got 23 minutes to go. Not a bad tactic if it is.
House in the pits, J-Man.
Richie Haas to make his official stop. So would only be Macrolos would be the final car, and Firth to make the stop.
A little over 20 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6. Brought to you by Sim Blacks, Crosscut Woodworks, True to Life Racing Designs, Crossy 43, Hendo, and as always, broadcast to you by Matchpit Entertainment with Davo here and J-Man on the mics.
A little bit of traffic with Matty and Webley, mate, but I think that was, I believe that was Josh Nightingale got out of the way nicely for those two to go carry on with their battle. But a little bit more traffic up the road. Oh, very, very close through one now. Was Webley that time around probably as close as he's ever been. Do you think he's a half a chance to maybe let the car float wide between 2 and 3? Matty's so good there, lets the car flow so good through those double lefts. It would be a high-risk manoeuvre, but I think it is potentially on.
I don't know.
Matty
Matty
wide.
T very wide there.
Yep. So who's next up the road? That'll be Worcester.
That's Worcester, yep.
And then after Worcester would be Hemi Bateman. So they've got a bit of traffic coming. Spence quite a fair way up the road. Ooh, it's a hold your breath sort of stuff. Once again, this is Webley's strong suit. Gets a good drive. Matty opting for the shallower line in the mid phase of that corner too, but Webley as close as he's been, 0.2 at the top, means that he's going to have a good look down the bottom of the hill here. Oh, he thought about it. Matty covers.
She covers.
So is this
here we go.
Oh, Webley with a little bit sideways. Hard to get the power down on that Mustang out of the bottom of the hill there. So he's forecast a potential move there.
Still 20 minutes on to go, J-Man.
This will be close. This will be close down to turn 1. Matty covers, makes him go the long way round, gives him a good option, like I said, between 2 and 3. Cuts back. Can he get the car up on the inside? He's there, thereabouts. Matty sweeps round.
She's going to have to cover
with the
here.
double left.
Oh,
she's very good there. He knows it, but he's trying to get the car ranged up to take that option away from her, because if he does get there, and I think you can see by the car pace of the Mustang, if he gets a nose in front.
Hughes and Firth in the pits, J-Man.
Can Costas do this on one tank? Ooh, that's a big
call.
call.
Mate. Well, that's what I was starting to think, you know, because it's winding down, isn't it?
And he's been very consistent on the 42 3s to 42 5s.
He's hit the number.
So has he got a fuel map in that's going to see him go the distance? Good call, Elvis. Could be. 17 seconds is the gap. Do you start rolling it now with 18 minutes to go? He's basically on the same pace as Matty T at the moment. He could afford to back out of it a bit, if that was the deal. Matty covers again down the bottom of the mine shaft. Webley looking for a cutback here. Matty really wide this time. I think it's done. It's going to be tight as they come up over the hill.
There's contact.
Matty in the fence. Now, does this play into the hands of Costas Makoulos and Gunther Rowe? Gunther coming. He's just there. He's just coming out of the mine shaft also. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Webley might have just come across on there, on Matty there a little bit, looking for a little bit more space. And
look at the front of that Mustang. The bonnet's up. It's proper beat. It won't be as quick as it was, I'm sure. Gunther Rowe in the prime spot. He's only 3.7 seconds off the back of this with a clean car.
And you can see him in the background now. Back a shot, J-Man. Oh, and we just look at Webley's car now there. Just... looks awful.
What's the option here? 21.3 seconds. Does Makoulos come in for a splash and dash in case he's fuel sensitive? Leave the tyre alone and just come in, put some fuel in it. 21 seconds. You'd get out. You probably wouldn't have enough tyre underneath you, but tell you what, it's not a bad option. Gunther Rowe is a good option now.
Oh, isn't he what? That's Nightingale, I think he's just coming up on now. Nightingale will start to get a blue flag, but he will have seen all that go on in front of him there, J-Man, and will be well aware that Webley's now vulnerable. It'll be all eyes forward for Gunther Rowe.
Yeah, Rowe's down through past him as well. He's got his eyes set on the other Mustang. He's got his eyes set firmly on the 26, so...
yeah, like you said, nice set of tyres and undamaged car. Webley's vulnerable here, J-Man. What have we got? A little over 16 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We know how this stuff ramps up, and the scene is set now.
Goddard, Firth, there's a battle as well going on. I'm not sure. I think that could be Goddard. catching Firth. What was the last lap time? Okay, so that was still in there. Webley with a 43.9. And then Gunther with a 41.8. I think there's this thing on the tail of the back end of this one, Dave. I think Macrolos doesn't have enough on paper if he comes in for fuel and tyres off Rowe for a podium. However,
Rowe is, look how close Gunther Rowe is to Webley right now, J-Man. This is a thing.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, Webley wide. It's done.
Yeah, Webley's car is not in a good spot here. Gunther's eyes will be like dinner plates right now.
So, unofficially, officially, he's in the top 3. Whatever Macrolos does will depend whether he climbs another podium step.
I think Macrolos should go for a splash and dash here.
Well, you'd think he'd do it soon.
Unless he can do it on fuel, and he doesn't have to.
He's still hitting the 42s though, so...
Well, 41.9 last lap round. Yep.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
If he's fuel saving, I don't think it's a lot.
Well, clearly not. Because the numbers are looking good.
What do we got? Goddard Firth still going on. It's a good close battle. Reasonably. Firthy probably pulling away a little bit this lap. Hemi Bateman still putting pressure on Tony Spence also too for a top 15. But Webley, oh, what? Yeah, it's just
painful to watch.
It's such a shame. So, yeah, exactly. What's Maddie's pace? 41.6. If she hit the wall, it didn't hurt her that bad.
No, look, I think Webley definitely came off second in that one. And to be honest, I don't think Maddie moved off her line. So,
well,
just
we'll find out. I'm sure the stewards are unpacking it.
Oh,
so.
I'm sure they are, J-Man. So, but yeah, the reality is the Webley Mustang did end up in the wall, and quite hard, J-Man. He's already lost a position to Gunther Rowe, who I'm so fanboying on tonight. He's my man, and he's doing it. Look at this little battle here. Is that Firth, Goddard. Crossy's in that little mix there, and I think that
Adrian Kramer.
That. No, is it Kramer? It is the Kramer car. That's right.
Yep. Yep.
So plenty going on there.
So clear. Actually, so Phil Davison really. Oh, because Nightingale's on the. Okay. Sorry, Turbot's in the pits, and he's 3 laps down. What's going on there? Phil Davison making a big stomp on the M class honours here tonight. P18 outright. It's a good result.
Yep.
Goddard, Firth, Hunting. Super close at the bottom of the mine shaft. Crossy's got the box seat for this battle. Macrolos, what does he do this time round? Does he come in?
Goddard with a massive look there on Firth, J-Man.
Down to the final turn?
Yes.
Yep. Here goes Costas. I'm going to watch the numbers here. Gets it stopped, nice and square, nice and straight, super safe. No chance of a pit speeding infringement there. Look really, really tidy. Come at you, see what this thing is. He'd probably be looking for around about 10 seconds of fuel, I would have thought, here at the high end. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be longer. Now there you go. 12 seconds.
Fast.
12 seconds. And Matty goes through.
Gunther Rowe coming around the final corner. Macrolos rolling out of the pits. Rowe's got this.
Macrolos is going to challenge Webley here, mate, because Webley's
got nothing. Webley's got nothing.
So that's a master stroke there from Macrolos on the, for the pit strategy. Well done. Good work. Can he run down Gunther? He's got just over 10 minutes. What's the gap?
That is the question, J-Man.
Okay, he's got... Okay, he has got...
What have we got? 10.5 minutes.
Okay, he's got 4 seconds to try and make. Can he do that? Gunther's got good car pace.
But we know how Macrolos, how quick he could be on fresh tyres, J-Man.
That thing has not got a fresh tyre on it. He grabbed fuel only, mate.
Oh, fuel only. Okay. Can he do that? Oh, this will be close.
Yeah, I think third would be a great comeback for Costas in this one. Goddard, Firth.
That's Crossy tucked in behind. Front row seat for Crossy.
Sure is. Dawson, Dixon. Dawson has had a great race battling. It might be for P14,
it's
but
mid-pack,
man,
but mate, it is quick. It is such a heated battle, isn't it?
Yep. Super drive already, Gunther Rowe. What was an outstanding qualifying. Started from the second row out of P4, currently P2. 9.5 seconds up the road as Matty T. Held her nerve, a little bit of contact, a little bit of a racing incident there with Mr. Webley. Hendo with a solid result too, P5, about 13 something seconds off the back of Webley, and with just under 9 minutes to go, wouldn't think that he's probably going to make that back. But Goddard Firth, that's a great battle. And then just back a shot also, we can see the Dixon-Dawson battle.
Dixon-Dawson, Spence. Spence has dropped off the back a little bit now, yeah. So, but yeah, those guys still going at it, J-Man. Pretty well the whole race for those guys. As the sun starts to set, the shadows get long. The dynamic of the track and the race changes. Firth wide out of the final corner. Where is Macrolos on road, J-Man?
3.4, 3.5. Track's cooling.
We've got to keep an eye on these gaps. Firth, Goddard. Whoa, so close on the direction change there out of 1. And Goddard again looking for overlap. And he runs wide. That'll give Crossy a shot in. Crossy out of position.
Yeah, possibly he may have had a live conversation with the likes of Dixon Dawson, and if he's not hindering their progress, they're probably saying to him, play on. However, if he gets in the way,
Dixon Dawson will want to get past that though. Crossy steps out. Yep. Dayton Frodo ramping up as well as we wind down. J-Man, this does not surprise me as these guys, they leave it to the last second. Let's have a sprint race for the last 5 minutes of a 90-minute. Bateman just losing out to, was that still going on? What's going on there? What did that flash up on my screen? Anyway, but Dayton Frodo ramping it up as we wind down into the final 7 minutes. Goddard, Firth, and Dixon Dawson now bunching right up this foursome here, J-Man.
It's going to be a great run to the finish.
This is good. We are still keeping an eye on the gaps between Gunther Rowe and Costas Macrolos, J-Man, which Gunther has responded somewhat and stretched second at least, I think, on Macrolos there.
They both ran 42.5s last lap round, so a little bit of ebb and flow there between the Rowe car and the Macrolos car. However, I think Gunther has got this thing under control.
Yeah.
As is Matty T at the top end of town. She's all good there at the moment, so to the tune of 10.7 seconds. But Dayton Frodo, that one there is ramping up, as is Firth, Goddard, Dixon, Dawson. That is a four-way battle to the end.
Oh, absolutely. That went from a couple of battles into just one big mega battle there. Look at how close they are now. And Crossy just there, just sitting in the background spectating. He'll be streaming this live.
Dayton, Frodeno. Oh, just... But just down the bottom of the mine shaft, it always looks so different on the wide cam. Looks like they're going to have a shot. Now Dawson with a good line up through Lukop, coming down, but he's done this all night long. Kind of shows he can get there, but just doesn't have the punch to pass down the straights.
Oh, Dixon on Goddard. Oh, They go side by side, and inevitable contact there. Dawson's got a sniff. Under 5 minutes to go. Not unexpected to see. It's the last ditch chance. Dayton Frodeno, J-Man. Dawson, Dixon. Dawson in the Bentley. Look at the brakes. It's a battle of braking.
In the meantime, Firth's like, yeah, you guys just fight this out. I've got this.
It's okay. As you were, guys. So Dawson dropping off the back of that a little bit. Sorry, J-Man. Yes, and Makalos losing time to Rowe. Rowe has, like you said, mate, he has got this covered, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he has.
Dayton on Frodeno down at the bottom of the mine shaft.
Yeah, once again, he opts for a wider line, looks to cut back, but he just hasn't kind of got the apex, the middle of the corner line there, and Frodeno's line's just slightly better through that phase of the corner as they come up through Cheetah, and then we get down here and he ranges up again. Both driving McLarens, so pretty even down the front straight. Dixon now, Goddard.
Flame spitting from the Aston. Goddard wide, gives Dixon a sniff. He's looking, J-Man. Goddard wide again. And Dawson so close to the back of Dixon's car.
Gonna have an overlap here.
All the time.
Look at Crossy in there as well. He's just like, I'm out of position, but
I'm loving
the party. We absolutely loving this. Wishing that he could be a part of this legitimately.
Oh, for sure, J-Man.
Oh, Dawson again to turn one so deep under brakes. Dayton Frodeno still going on. Top of the hill, about to head down the mine shaft. Where is Maddie? Trying to pick up where she is on track. Okay, she's come up through 3-4 out of barbecue, so they're going to get a couple more laps to run. There'll be this one and one more. Dayton.
Oh, looking.
Yeah, big look.
Oh, so close to the final corner there, J-Man. And just look either side, looking for the overlap, looking for the brake advantage, looking for Frodeno to make a mistake, and it's just not there. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, a fair bit of contact actually. Immediately just gets out of the throttle, redresses that. It's not the way he wants it to happen. These guys have been having an awesome fight for these minor placings. Dawson still look at what's going on here still with Crossland front row seat in the Sim Blacks Honda. J-Man a little bit out of position, but mate, right in the thick of it here with this four-way battle. Firth leading that. Dayton and Fodeno go back at it. We've got under a minute to go. We are winding down. Row, Pro-Am, Row. As stunning drive so far. I won't put the kibosh on him. I don't think I can, J-Man. He is just stellar job. Dayton still at Fodeno. We got Dawson and Dixon still hard at it, J-Man, right down. This will be the final lap.
Yeah, Maddie has started the final lap. She's actually heading around sunset now, just about to head through Clubhouse and then head down the S's, so she's well through the lap. But Dayton, he'll know now that this is the last shot, as will Dixon, Dawson. They'll know that this is the last hurrah at it.
Oh, just see him wrap up Davison there, J-Man. It reminded me of a stream we did over the weekend with the GT3 GT4 multi-class, and just sweeping past the Davison 777 ASRNZ car there as he steps aside for this group.
Dayton got a good run. Got
It's
a good
close,
run out of
it's close.
Goes to the outside.
Oh, Fodeno covers, J-Man. Oh, there's the move. Here's the move.
Yeah. Well done, Maddie T. Cleans this one up, and then followed by about 11.8 to 12 seconds behind is Gunther Rowe.
Gunther Rowe, stand up and applaud this man.
And
what
then
an effort. Makalos not that far behind, J-Man.
With a great strategy for this 90-minute race here tonight.
Webley dragging that dropped pie home. It is awful looking car at the moment. Hendo, bam, right behind him. Chased him down, J-Man. How close was that?
Yeah, he did chase him down.
Mate, it was getting close. Another couple of laps, I reckon. Hendo would have had him. Haas across the line for 6. Fodeno, here we go. Fodeno, Dayton. Dayton says it's not over yet.
Chases him right to the line, flashes the lights, say thank you very much.
Nice work. Aston Hughes, good effort in 8th there.
Goddard on Firth is still going on.
Geordie Moss in 10th, Nick Firth, and here we go. Here's these boys, this 4-way battle. Firth, Goddard, Dixon, Dawson.
Yeah. Oh, look how close Goddard is. He's got an overlap. Super close. Good racing.
So that was Firth, Goddard, Dixon, Dawson.
Yeah.
Tony Spence. You go, J-Man.
Yeah. Ben Worcester, Hemi Bateman, Crossland, Davidson, Nightingale, Kramer, Turbot, and Gable round out the field. What a fantastic night. Kyalami always throws up some specky racing. But look, we'll get into it straight away. And we will get Costa down here for a chat on what was just a brilliant drive. Came back from a long way back, and then had the fuel saving strategy going on. Costa, she got us on comms.
Hey there, fellas.
And mate, what an outstanding drive, mate. How much fuel saving was going on there, Costas, if any?
No, I wasn't really planning on doing any fuel saving. I just thought I'd do a splash and dash at the end. I knew the tyres would hold up for the 90 minutes, so I just gave it a crack.
And were you aware of the numbers with Webley having that incident and then Gunther getting through? Were you crunching the numbers of how close it was going to be?
I thought I'd come out close to Gunther, but I stuffed up my pit stop and got moved on the jack, so set me back a little bit.
So that 12-second stop would have been more like 9 or 10?
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe even 4 seconds slower than it, quicker than it should have been.
Okay, which would have put you certainly well in touch because we were talking about a 3.5-second margin once you came out. However, it did kind of look like you maybe conceded at the back end and thought, you know, look, the night that the way it started out, that a third was certainly, you know, well respectable. I thought you'd raced brilliantly, mate.
No, I'll take third any day with a quality like that, and Yeah.
No, well, it's a good bounce back from last week, mate. It was a shame to see that last week. Obviously, it all went a bit pear-shaped, but, mate, there's no way to bounce back than turn back up and fire a podium in the Costa. So well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers. Thanks, fellas.
Cheers, mate. So there is Costas Maklos out of P3. But the next guy has earned his spot to come down and have a talk to us. It's been brewing all season long. Gunther Rowe, you got us on comms.
Hit the applause button.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I tell you what, I was packing a lot when I saw Costas and I think it was one of the other boys was not pitting or hadn't pitted. I was like, the order's not right here. Come on, boys. But hard work.
Yeah, so you did. You would have saw Costas and Hughesy running quite long, Gunther. However, it went. You know, your race pace. Obviously, your quali pace was exceptional. You know, like to hang that car in there on the second row throughout that for a P4 start, made some good gains really early, and then just the car pace as well, Gunther. You had it all night long, and even when Costas came back to challenge at the back end with that alternate strategy that he ran, you opened the gap up from 3.5 to 8 odd seconds or something. So certainly had the car pace, mate, and it's been brewing. You know, we've talked about yourself and Tony Spence and co banking these really, really good laps from the Pro-Am category, and it was justified tonight, mate. You really deserved that. It was a breakout drive, I think.
Cheers, boys. Cheers. It is a track I like. And I used to like driving the old Porsche like there. So I just tried to tune the Mustang to drive like the old Porsche. That was the only secret I had. Is to steer it with the rear wheels, man.
Yeah. Well, I suppose they're similar in that way.
Yeah. I mean, yes, obviously the engine's completely in the wrong spot, but
that's
yeah, I was
right.
just using the throttle because it has that so much power that I just would use that to get me around the last little bit to compensate for the understeer. So I guess it worked.
Okay, so which one's got the engine in the wrong spot, the Mustang or the Porsche?
I am a Porsche fan, I have to say.
Same.
But I'm not adverse to driving the Mustang for a bit longer. I tell you that for sure.
Oh mate, you're doing a stellar job. I was talking you up all night. You really made some leaps and gains over the last few weeks. It's been a pleasure to watch it actually. So making it work, making the Mustang work. Very nice.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame that Crosby got a twitch on when I was on just coming on the inside of him, and then he just twitched off the track, and I was hoping to have a bit of a longer race because I kind of thought I would just lose a little bit from the Matty and Webley, but in the end I was actually sticking there pretty well for a while. But yeah, anyway, it was an awesome race, and can't say I'm not over the moon with the result. Awesome.
Yeah. No, fortune favours the brave, mate. And you really sent it tonight. So well done, mate. And shame for Crossy. That car, I think, has got a case of Tourette's. So
it is a little leap. I was like, he's got me on this corner, and then whoops, nope, there he goes.
There he
isn't.
Yeah.
Well done to you, mate.
Nice work, mate.
Enjoy that one, and good luck trying to get to sleep tonight, mate.
No, that's just a write-off. I'll just watch the stream.
Yeah, appreciate you, Gunther. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again soon. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Gunther Rowe, everyone. Stellar job, Pro-Am. Not just on the podium, but second step on the podium, J-Man.
Yeah, and top of the tree tonight, gaining first position here and a good amount of points. And what a fantastic race, Matty T. You got us on comms?
Yeah, hey guys, I almost forgot about the interview.
Oh, mate, don't forget about us, mate. We won't forget about you. So, no, hey, look, congrats on that race. It's such an entertaining battle with Webley there. Really aced the pit stops, Matty. We often talk about the 1% things, and that's that getting it down into the lane accurately, getting it on the jack square, 32 seconds and 56 outright trundling the lane.
Really? That was bad.
Yeah, that was important stuff, I think, in that battle with Webley tonight. And then obviously, not going to dwell too much on the two of you going side by side and then having a little bit of paint exchange, because I tell you what, up to that point, that was fantastic racing. we saw you covering down the bottom of the mine shaft. You could see the strengths and weaknesses. How were you feeling at that time, Maddie? Were you confident?
No, I thought Webley's definitely going to get me at some point. And in fact, he more or less had it done, really. So it's a real shame about what happened. We've already chatted about it, and Webley said, my bad. I shouldn't have cut across. So we're all good. But great battle with Webley, and honestly, he deserved
Definitely.
the winner. So I feel bad for him.
Yeah, fantastic. Good to see you up in the winning circle again, Maddie. We're used to seeing you somewhere there or thereabouts. And I'll tell you what, how important was it tonight, the fuel efficiency of that Ferrari? Did that play into the hands of that victory as well? Was the car, even at the pace you're running, was it still good on fuel?
I overfueled it by 10 liters, so I think I kind of got rid of my own advantage there, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I just practiced a lot. The race pace was solid. Second stint was a bit tricky. I think I was getting nervous with Webley catching me and just making silly mistakes. But at the end of the day, it was enough. Not the best race, but it was enough.
And that's all that counts, isn't it?
And super, super strong, Maddie, through 3-4. The double lefts coming out of barbecue, heading up to Sunset. Thought that was your strong suit tonight, I think, and it was important that you stuck with your line through there, because obviously Webley incredibly strong down the mine shaft and on the front straight. So I thought you played to your strengths tonight in that car throughout the lap when you were under attack from Webley. So I've got to congratulate you on probably, whether it was subconscious or whether you're aware of it, on really capitalising on where you and the car were really good tonight. So well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Awesome,
It's
mate.
a fun one.
Enjoy that one, mate. Really, really entertaining. That is Maddie T out of first position. Well done, mate.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Yeah. All right, there you go. And I guess, Dave, I'm going to throw it back to you because it's a pretty important time of the night.
Yes, it is. And thanks, Madison, and thanks, Gunther and Costas, for their time and great effort from all those three, 1, 2, 3, respectively, tonight here. Round 7 at Kyalami for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 6. We got to thank Simblacks. We got to thank Crosscut Woodworks, True to Life Racing Designs, Crossy 43, Hendo, and of course ourselves, Match Fit, for bringing you all this goodness. But notably, Simblacks on board with Rainlight Racing means we're going to give away $50 right now with a spin of the wheel, J-Man. That is the prerequisite for the end of each night. Let me just get this wheel going here. Have we got a wheel on the screen? We have a wheel on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to spin it for the $50 Prezi giveaway here. Wheel spinning. Thanks, Simblacks. And it is going to be Will Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
congrats.
Congrats, Will.
And
yeah,
great race. Great race from Will Dixon tonight as well, and gets a $50 Prezi Guard just to top it off, J-Man. Thank you to Simblacks, of course, and the rest of the sponsors. But yeah, Simblacks for bringing these $50 Visa Prezi Guards to us, J-Man. Stick around, everybody. We have got, I think it is Spa next week. Let's get a calendar up here and let's have a quick look. We have just completed Kyalami. We're away from Great Britain, and that provided some great racing. Kyalami tonight, which was just epic. Hard to know where to look in that race. 90 minutes. But Spa, 120 minutes. What a better place to do 120 minutes of racing at, J-Man.
Oh, that is going to be insane. Such a great circuit. I mean, from the start of the Lap of the Rouge right through to heading down to the final chicane. That is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Cool stuff, all right.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. It's been great calling it with you again, my friend J-Man. Round 7 at Kyalami, it's done and dusted, and that's bye from us. We'll see you next week at Spa.
See ya.